everybody. Hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello, my friends. Hello, how are you? Welcome to another pick a card reading. The question we pose today is, what do we need to know right now? So I'm very curious with your piles. It's about using your intuition when picking these piles, and also the words. So for pile one, for example, that will be encouragement, right, for your card. And here, this is guardian angel, if you feel drawn to that. This one I would use with intuition, this one, of course, as well. But if you need encouragement at this time, then this might be your pile number one. Or if you've picked pile number two, or if you want to pick that one, it's oneness. And we have the eagle here with the eye of Horus. Or for pile number two, if that's your choice. And if you're looking for a breakthrough, then this may be the one you want to listen to. And the moon with its obscure messages and something that is yet hidden, but is coming to light. It's coming to light soon for you. These are the piles you can choose from. I'll blend in a picture of them right now so you can choose which one really speaks to you. And then we'll have a general message after this that I'll speak on what the general energies are right now. Everything's timestamped. You'll find it in the box down below. And then I'll see you at your pile. Bye, guys. Hello. So this is your general message right before you choose your pile if you're interested. So what I could feel immediately with the setup of the table is you've done a lot of cleaning, and it should be clearer for you now who you are. And then I wrote down in parentheses, have become, or rather you always were, because you were born with a certain thing. And I'm now being drawn to the roses here in the image, and that's like pure feminine energy. And that's also what I was getting as I was just strangely just speaking, but I became very aware of the vibration in my reproductive organs, to be quite frank. So it's like root chakra, sacral chakra stuff. That has been where there are happening a lot of releases in the sense of trust. Where are you putting your trust into? Who are you putting your trust into? In yourself, in something external, in the divine? Which is it for you? There may be a lot of clarity coming in for all of us, actually, when it comes to that, to let go more and more of control and rather be centered within self and within faith and within trust. I very early on started to do this, and I wasn't quite sure what it meant, but it's like grounded in Mother Earth and centered in Father Sky. That's what that is, and it always goes like right here in the heart. So that's what that is in the heart chakra. The heart is the connector between heaven and earth, and that's like our very unique self-expression. So who you always were, you must have undug like a lot of the crap that has happened within your life and also of other circumstances. It doesn't always have to be crappy, but it's just like you undug a lot of yourself to understand more of who you really are and actually what you want. This is also in the sense of mission and purpose. Why is it that you came here, right? And ever since I started, I noticed my throat a lot. So it's a lot of, accepting and honoring your own boundaries and expressing them in a way, and also, express yourself from the heart, open mind, heart connection, and expressing yourself like who you really are, because we can only do that authentically when we've done a bit of digging. See, as wow. I hope I'm not, like my voice isn't giving out completely. We can only really do this after we have done some digging, because then we really know, or we know more of who we are, what we want, why we came here. And by the way, I tried to record this message actually 2 days ago. So today on the 1st of April, sorry, I'm recording this. So really on the day of the full moon, depending on where you are, 31st, 1st. And but it wasn't ready 2 days ago, so it's like something you've been waiting for will come in. Like, trust in that. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, wipe all the doubt away, wipe your own slate clear of this. This is in the sense of letting go and letting the divine move in, and just rest, release and rest. Okay. Vibration, like I said, sing and chant, because this is going to have a huge effect on your body. You're going to channel this through. The more you practice this. Some of you may have, even as children, been able to speak in light language, is what comes through right now, and you'll become aware of this. Full force is the last thing, full steam ahead. So April is going to be a wild ride again, but it's like a lot of things are going to come in for you too. So there's a lot of rewards that you can expect. Okay, so that was your general message. You may now choose your pile, and I'll see you at your respective pile. Bye, guys. Pile number one, hello. If you have picked the guardian angel card and the encouragement, then this is your reading. What I was strongly getting with your card here right now is, of course, cosmic influence, cosmic forces that are really protecting you. And what started to happen to me, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm starting to get weird goosebumps as soon as I felt like strong presence. And this is something that may be happening to you as well. So if you're getting like strange goosebumps, then this is a sign from spirit, from your guides, from the angels, okay? What I was getting for you is also, you are protected, and do not give up. Keep up your work. It's really important that you keep going, because you have quite the important role here. It seems pile number one, sorry. There may be something in pile number two for you, actually, which we don't know yet. It's interesting because we're going into the future right now. When we're supposed to stay in the present, but there's something that wants to make itself known to you, is what I'm strongly getting for you. It's right there. It's almost within your grasp, but you can't quite get to it yet. It's like trying to get it, but there's something in between. It's like an energy field that is kind of like preventing you from getting there, but this is only for the right time. So just be patient and wait, hold your station, rest. It's all good. You've done all the work that you could. It's just a transitioning period that is occurring right now, okay? You need to know this. So you are protected. Do not give up. Rest up, and you'll get to that place, okay? But it's somehow energetically blocked right now. It's like, and you're not meant to. It's like two magnets, you know, that have opposing, or that have the same polarity, actually. It's like, woof, it's like this. And this may also show itself in your relationships. It's like when it's like a strong mirroring effect. So 1441 is something that you may be seeing, actually, or 1661, something like that. But I'd rather say 1441, actually. Or 1221. So number synchronicities may be showing up strongly in your life at this time, to just show you you're on the right path. We want to give you the signs. We want to give you the encouragement that you need at this moment, so you can keep going. You can keep like diving through this. But when we're too similar to another person, and we see within them traits that are our own, actually, it's like may have this repelling force, but strong, in a strong way. It's like poof, poof. And you're not meant to go together. You're just meant to see something, okay? Let's just take this away, because I already told you what came through. I'm going to start reading that card to you, encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth, and also the work you do, I might want to add, or the person that you are, shining your light, and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love. Oh my God, I'm feeling that. And love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. With that, I feel my sacral chakra opening up and my heart chakra opening up. Sacral is also, you know, sacred sexuality, but it's also our emotions, like accepting yourself more and more and more through that process. And the thing that can be realized here is also, when something about yourself is coming up during this time that you do not like, remember that these are things that are actually always there. It's just when we're stressed out, when we have a lot on our plate, then these things become visible, because you don't have the chance to balance them out. You don't have the energy to balance certain things out anymore, and so they show up. And this is on purpose, right? It's like much like this. It's like the force field, and it's showing you something right now. But this is not something to run from. It's like, oh my God, I wish I didn't have this trait. No, it's a matter of accepting, thank God it's here now so I can have a look at it, because otherwise it would just run unconscious. And what's happening is like a process of patterns within yourself that are repeating, that are made conscious so you can have a look at them. So it's actually a chance. It's a matter of reframing how you think about these patterns, these emotions that are showing up: fear, anger, impatience, whatever it is. It's like, I'm feeling like a whole bunch of emotions. It's like very fiery. And they're there and they're annoying because they've been there for so long. But it's really a matter of reframing your thinking, like adjusting your perspective about these things and being like, oh, wow, they are actually there working in the subconscious all the time. I'm just not aware of them, or I'm putting in a lot of energy to balance them out in another way. This is what I see for you here. Excuse me. And now that you don't have the energy to balance these out, they're showing themselves, they're making themselves known to you. And this is a good thing, so a really good thing. So celebrate that you can see them right now, and maybe also, how you're treating yourself in certain situations. It may be painfully becoming into your awareness, or, may have become painfully into your awareness. It's like, wow, this is the way I'm treating myself. Oh, I don't want to do that. I love myself way more already. So this is taking the next step already here, okay? And guardian angel, yeah, they want me to read it to you right now. You are not alone. And please remember, the sacred geometry is playing a huge part, or is going to become more and more prevalent or predominant in your life here. Circles. I showed it in the last reading that I did in the Aries full moon reading, because Aries new moon reading, where squares, circles, triangles, and such were playing a huge role, like sacred geometry. There's also a call for you to look at your chart, at your birth chart, because it wasn't by accident that you were born the way you were born, where you were born, into the family you were born into, or the circumstances you were born into. There's not much by accident, because this is all something that was planned a long time ago. It's like you're taking huge steps and strides throughout the lifetimes that you are living here, okay? And this is all like a predestined kind of a thing, and a contractual kind of a thing. So watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Exactly, with the goosebumps, right? Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The guardian angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the guardian angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life, and or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time, and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. Oh yeah. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. I love this, because there's so much. If you could feel this, like the amount that they're here, the amount of support that is there for you, like always, it's incredible. They're just there, like unconditionally. It doesn't matter, like the choices you make, or who you think you failed to become, or the mistakes that we think we make. They're not actually mistakes. They're like, it's a loving guidance through like this whole life. And my throat is becoming increasingly restricted, so there may be some guilt that you either are feeling right now, or that you're gonna be made aware of it. It's okay. Just ride that wave and acknowledge those feelings. It's totally fine. They won't be here for long. It's just to show you something. This card is a huge reminder that there's always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, ask first for it, then surrender to the process. Yeah, just sit and wait. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. No doubt about this. No doubt about this. Whenever something is not working out, it's like most of the time it's a blessing in disguise that we only understand later. And I want to dive into the tarot right now for you. Yeah. Oh, wow. King of Cups. Look at this. King of Cups. Like, this is a full-on love offer. This is mature feelings, basically. This is another. Okay, this is another. So if you aren't in a relationship, there is a good chance that someone's coming in for you. It does not have to be romantic. We could also be talking about like a guardian angel or someone that has passed on. And this is why they were pointing to reading number 2, because we had the card Oneness, and that's denoting to someone that passed on. So actually there may be something in reading 2 for you, although I haven't done it yet clearly. But this is someone that really loves you immensely, so dearly, and even more so if we're talking like on the other side. It's like incredible, that love that they have, like it's all surrounding, and they're sending it to you, or they wish to. There's a matter of allow this to, you can tap into this kind of love at any and all times. To some of you, you may know exactly who this is, who this person is. To others, it's a matter of tapping into their streams in terms of vibration. When you meditate, focus on that. Who is loving me unconditionally? Who is supporting me unconditionally? I wish to be shown who this is. Because once you make that connection and strengthen that connection, it's going to be highly successful here, because there's so much love, and they want you to benefit from their experiences, from their open heart. And again, if it's a person, it's just like really, really beautiful and super, super supportive. And it's no longer learning from, learning the hard way, basically, but it's stepping into a way of how can your life become much more easy by being led by these emotions, being led by the ancestors, being led by guardian angels. This one, it's interesting because I know clearly that these popped out, but I'm not taking them. I'm like, they're there. It's much like presents, they're there, and you may have felt them, but some of you may have ignored them up until now, or may have been like, okay, maybe I'm wrong about my intuition, or maybe I'm not seeing things clearly. But trust you me, you're seeing very, very clearly. You're feeling very, very clearly, I should say. And by seeing, I don't mean like our human eyes, I mean our third eye. And here you are. This is you, completely abundant. Some of you may actually be single. You don't have to be, because this is just a card of like independence and being good where you are, being completely good. You don't need another person like to be happy. You're whole, which attracts then again another whole. And this is, now they're giving me how the magnet is being reversed. So actually you may have felt, or you may be feeling like your life is being switched upside down, like 180 degrees, much like the magnet. And all of a sudden it's like from to whoop. To some of you, we're actually talking about like really strong connections, like twin flames, and all of a sudden there's union. You're coming into union. This is so strong and so interesting, because it's like polarity is switched. And I know that there was the nodal switch recently, fairly recently, from north node to south node, and something really switched. And this is happening every 200 or something years, as far as I'm informed, or if I can remember correctly. And then it goes like this, whoop. All of a sudden, the magnetism is changing, and it's like whoop, in a huge, huge way here. Okay, so keep going, please, because this is important for you. I can't wait to see what we want to do with these cards. Not right now, is what they're saying. So maybe it's also not time for certain things. Like we said in the introduction, in the general message, if you haven't heard that one, you may want to go and listen to it as well. Being completely independent, being good with your money, being good abundant-wise. There's a lot that wants to come in for you. But what's blocking this, or what has been blocking it so far, like this very card, the Nine of Pentacles, is the Nine of Cups. And in this deck, if you're new on the channel, this is my card for family patterns. And this lays right on the other card, if you can see this. And they want it to be that way. It's the connection. This may be the person that has passed away for some of you. Some of you may have lost like mother or father, or a significant person that felt like mother or father, or like that you had a really strong connection in those realms with them. And they're now your guardian angel. And I want to know who this is. This one, And now we're revealing who that is, or what's the message with this person, with this card. Because those family patterns, or those ancestral patterns, may have kept you stuck, like I said, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to like truly heartfelt connections. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting. This is about mindset, because this is reaping what you sow. So Okay, there are several messages in this. First of all, it's like some of you are strongly connected with a spirit animal, the owl. Okay, this is the first thing. Second thing is, see how the snake is biting its own tail. It's like something goes around and around until you break out of that circle. It's the same thing. It's if you think you can't, then you can't. If you think you can, then you can. Even if you're, trying to sow the right seeds here, they may not be coming to fruition because of that deeply rooted thing or belief that is now being shown to you and made known to you. Yes, it's an uncomfortable process. I can see that. I can definitely see that here. But it is here to show you how you can step into full abundance, how you can step into the Nine of Pentacles. To some of you, this already happened and you're already in that abundance state. And this is describing the process, how you got there. Yeah. Interesting. Oh my God. Oh my God. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. So yeah, that's your abundance. That's your new beginning. And it's actually interesting because we have the same geometric form again. We have that star and we have another star here too. It's a different kind of a star because in the guardian angel card, we have the triangle and the upside down triangle forming that star. In this card, actually, it's just the interwoven kind of a star. It's more Wicca. Which Wicca? But anyhow, it's a new abundant beginning for you that may feel kind of frightening because it's like so new and you're like, it's like if you're getting like the greatest present or if you're gifted like, let's say $1 million or something like that, and it's like, wow, do I get to keep that? It's like so good that you may be feeling like, oh my God, like there may be the self-doubt coming up for you here too. 1616 is just what I saw. And we said 1661, so there may be something either in the 16 or the 61 for you, or both of them combined. It may be a birthday or significant numbers for you. But anyhow, it's like a completely new beginning, and when this kind of goodness comes in, you want to be ready for it. So really rest up right now, to really be able to then embrace what wants to come in here for you is a huge message. That's what you need to know right now. Get ready because it's coming in for you, and you want to be rested and you want to be really clear of mind to receive those gifts that really want to come in for you right now because you're ready. Okay, there's no doubt about it. You're ready to receive all of this abundance. And patterns will still be showing up though, is what I'm feeling, to make you aware and to push you to the next level. All right, guys, I'm going to be pulling more cards, amongst which also the Earth Warrior Oracle, and whatever else wants to come through, the Shamanic Soul Oracle as well, to find out more. If you're interested, you can follow us over to Patreon. It's 11/11 for the whole entire month, and for all the extendeds that have been created in the past too. There are a bunch of pick-a-cards already that are all timeless, so you can go back there. We have healing incantations, healing processes. You can go check it out and see if you like it and if you'd like to join. All right, my friends, I hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow. And thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time or over on Patreon. Bye, guys. File number 2, if you have picked the Eagle card with Oneness, then this is your reading. I just sat down and channeled down for you some additional information to this. First of all, let me say that pile 1 most likely has information for you as well. But see if you're resonating with this or not. There's a shift in perspective for you that either needs to occur or that already has occurred. The ancestors are with you. It is the Oneness card is about someone that has passed on. And we could also be talking about an animal. It doesn't have to be a person. It's someone that you really, really felt connected to. And there's also the call to tap into eagle medicine in particular, and eagle energy. Because you can go journeying in meditation. It's like spiritual or shamanic journeying, right? And that will help you a lot with with anything really right now, because you can feel the freedom. What does it feel like? And you actually feel like it. You forget, like the thinking is being completely taken out of the equation. It's just like a matter of feeling. Um, you will feel the freedom. What does it feel like to feel like the wind under your wings, right? Under your feathers. It's like when the wind is like breezing through and like like this, right? And how does it feel to be blazing through the air like this and to be seeing everything from the higher perspective, and maybe really zoom into small things and then zoom back out again? It's a matter of this, and this is going to be greatly beneficial for you to, you know, have the earthly view, but also have the overview over things. So this is a huge shift in perspective for you. That's really, really important for what is yet to come on your life journey. And the ancestors, and possibly one particular ancestor, wishes to assist you, or one particular animal here wishes to assist you. Genau, exactly. And some of you may be seeing geometric patterns as you are doing this. Also, this is denoting to me to downloads and spheres that you're seeing. Sometimes when you buy the water, you can also see like spheres that are appearing, or if you really tap into those energies, you'll start to see it more and more and more, not just in pictures, but also just like in real life as you're walking your earthly existence. So let me start with your reading then. I'm going to start by reading you the Oneness card. And it says, someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. And I remember, I was actually, as I pulled this card, I remember that I did another reading. And it's interesting because as I was setting up your reading here, pile number 2, I was reminded of another reading where the geometric patterns popped up, and now I'm being reminded of another reading again where I pulled this very card and I started to cry because there was still some emotional baggage attached to that. Talking about twin flame journey, or talking about, you know, going through kind of tough processes, being attached to persons or events or circumstances, and a letting go process here. And there's what I'm feeling for you is like grieving is very important. It's very underrated in our like Western culture to grieve, when in other cultures it's very like normal. It's part of like that whole process, and there are different stages, I believe 7 different stages of grieving, and the number 7 may be significant to you in general. Why is this coming up? There may be a lot of information that is bombarding you all at once, and you have a hard time like integrating all of these things into your life, because it's one thing to receive all this channeling, all this information, right? And it's great in the moment that it happened, that it's very magical, and it's like, wow. And then all of a sudden it's coming back down to earth, much like the ego medicine. It's like, whoa, and all of a sudden it's like waking up from a dream, and you're wondering and questioning, has this even happened? Is this even real? Did I just imagine this? Especially as time goes by further, it's just like, did this actually happen, or did it just imagine? First of all, it really helps to write these things down, because then you are immediately back in that moment, and you're immediately remembering, you know, that it actually happened. This is the first thing. And the other thing is like the integration part here, right? It did happen. This is confirmation for you as well. It did happen. Like, don't doubt your experiences. It did happen. This is divine guidance. These are downloads. And as soon as you're coming back to that human component and are trying to integrate it into your life, it may start to become difficult, because it's just like, okay, but I have flaws. I'm not just, you know, that love and light kind of a personality. I have shadow too. And some of you like huge shadows, and that's totally cool. This is like our power. This is how we can push back. This is how we can defend ourselves. So do not condone your shadow as something, or your ego as something that needs to go away completely, because this would be denying and excluding part of yourself that is actually important for your journey. And now I'm going to read to you the Eagle card. Some of you may be working with Horus energy, or may be called to work with Horus energy. Interesting. Isis is coming into the picture immediately as well. We want to keep it balanced, right? There's the Eagle. Interesting. And the next card, pile number 3, is the moon, and that's the next card in this deck. So see how you go, because there may be, some of you may have picked several piles. Yeah. See from a higher perspective. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher and see new possibilities. In animal medicine, both Native American and Celtic, the eagle draws his power and strength from the sun. Oh my God, because Horus, oh no, Ra is the sun god, sorry. It's just like, yeah, that exactly fits. Yeah, so no, Ra is the sun god, but there may be a strong connection for you regardless to ancient Egypt. Atlantis, yeah, Lemuria, all these things. He's a powerful, strong, and courageous guide who's able to see for miles. He approaches all things with intelligence, grace, and poise, and has the capacity to make a plan from a higher space before putting it into action. When the Eagle card appears in a reading, it shows that you have a real ability to take things higher and to move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desires. How funny, because I mentioned the ego. But it's not to be done away with. Again, it's not something that's bad. It's just something that's here and that we're learning to live with and to integrate. Ego medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or vision may be limited at this time. Is there a chance that your own desperation, needs, or ego could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation? If there are other people involved, you are being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you are feeling the need for something to change, know how can you take the higher road. Know that if you have intentions that aren't for the highest good, it will only hold you back. Ego medicine can help you change this. The Eagle card brings the energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. And again, I'm being called to that there is help, that someone or something is very, very close here to you, wishing to really assist you. Okay, pile number 2. What do we have for you in terms of what you need to know? What else do you need to know? Pile number 2, please. Pile number 2, thank you. Yeah, 6 of Swords. Some of you may be moving or may have moved, or even like move of country or move of area further away, but this could also be internal, an internal journey, or both. It could be both. Often it's like these things go hand in hand. You're going to a new place and you're a completely new person, and this is a chance for you to start something entirely new, to redefine yourself as well. I think Pam Gregory also said this, that when she moved to a different country, she all of a sudden felt like, I can totally be who I am. I can reinvent myself right now. And this is also recommending you to check out her channel, maybe, if you aren't in touch, or it's a confirmation like for you. Keep watching her. So, yeah, and for me personally, it was the same thing as well, going to different countries. Actually, the first like big move was to the United States. And that was interesting. That was at 20 or 21. And I really took it as an opportunity to completely be who I am, because I had the thought, if I am not the person that I am, how can I attract the people that truly fit me? And so it just took its course. And I don't even know how that went down, but it was a truly magical time in my life. And I always try to, redo this time. It's like, and you may have a time like this in your life as well, where things just went very, very smoothly and according to some higher power, and you just completely fell into it. To others, and also to you, it may be like this time is coming up again, but different than you are expecting it to be. Or you may be right in that process of, you don't know what's over there. And also mind your journey. Like that journey is not just about the island, it's also about the journey. How are you going on that journey, right? How is every step? How does it feel? How do the stones feel? Are they slippery? Like, are the still swords in your hands heavy? Do you even need those? Can you like exchange them for something else? It's like a questioning of self and a self-exploration also. What do you really need right now? What do you need for that move? Like, what is required of you personally? Like, how much strength? When do you need to rest? When can you walk? like, what is it a good time to walk like in the greatest heat, or when it's raining and the stones are even slipperier than they would be? And this is a matter of you finding out, and this is also in the realms of letting go of control, actually, and going with what is presented to you, like going with the flow, really. Like, when is it time for you to go, and when is it not? And to go with the current rather than against it right now. And I do not mean like human wise, I mean like in the spiritual realms. Like, what does it feel like? This is also you tapping into the forces that are available to you to then be guided by them. That's what that is. Karma. There's something playing out for you. It's in the realms of darkness and light, light and shadow. This is like huge understanding that is coming in here for you. To some of you, you may even really have like past life experiences. For example, your eating habit may be changing for some time, or the way you behave around people, or the way you feel about things. Emotions may be hyped up for you currently right now as well. Yeah, and it's also go with the flow. It's okay. Like, it's going to change. It's interesting because I had that thought yesterday, like in a long way. Like, when you're thinking things are tough right now, know that there's also, like, when you zoom out and when you actually assume the higher position, like the eagle does, and you're looking at it from the higher view, then it's not just one small thing that dominates like your whole life, but it's just like in a transitional period. And the eagle can see it actually from above. The eagle has the overview, so do become the eagle right now, because it's greatly beneficial to this whole process for you. To see that it's only a passage and there's more, there's something to come after this. It's not, your whole life isn't dominated by this situation or by a past event. It can be if you keep dragging it along. But this is in the sense of also of forgiveness, of letting go also of that person. If you've lost a person or a pet, it's like also a matter of slowly, and I'm saying this gently and with love, letting go of them, of the thought you had of that person, of that animal, because they kept going, right? They just kept going and kept existing in a different kind of a way. And it's not to hold on to what once was, but rather to step into that new. And you're in that transitioning period right now of where it's just like, there's something that occurred back there which made you move, right? Or which made you move internally, which caused movement in your life anyways. And you're going towards that island though right now. Excuse me. You're moving to something else, to new shores. And it's a matter of not thinking that the past is repeating itself, or that, that person, I don't know how to describe that. I can feel it, I see what they mean, but I hope I can bring it across. It's like letting go of a certain view, of a certain perspective, in order for the new to come in order for the new to fully come in. It may already be here for you, but you need to go through the process of actually letting it go. Because then they can fully come in. If you're grieving still, or for the next 10 years, or have been for 10 years in that process of, I wish they were here, how would life be if they were here? They're not. That's the point. They're not. If I keep wishing for that year or a year and a half and the states to be reoccurring in my life, I'd be waiting a really long time. Thank you, Spirit. It's not happening again. It's not happening in that way. Like, let go of those preconception and be surprised by what Spirit wants to bring in for you, because it's different. It's going to be different, but it's going to be great, really great. Yeah, you have mastery. Wow, 2 major arcanas here. Card of Cancer. So the Chariot. This is mastering all of your emotions. The dark, the light, being okay with everything, with who you are. It's not pulling yourself in different directions anymore, but it's rather coming into unison within yourself here. Being okay with it and trailblazing your way through things, and being a huge light and like a leader for others to look up to to really be like, yeah, I'm going this way. I'm doing it my way. And it's fantastic the way I am in all of my facets. And this is when this is when things are really going to start to speed up for you. This is amazing. And to some of you, you may have started to work with the directions, with the 4 directions, also with the 4 elements, because these are connected as well. Fire, earth, wind, water, or air, water. This is really good stuff. And they assist you greatly. Like if you keep tapping into this is going to serve you greatly in the future. To some of you, you may have established like a very healthy routine that serves you well. It's going to catapult you forward like really quickly. All right, we're going to take this over to the extended, where we're going to be drawing more cards for you from the Shamanic Soul Oracle and the Earth Warrior Oracle as well, with the according healing process, should you be in need of it at this time. You can join us over on Patreon for $11.11 a month. It's for the whole month, and it also goes back for other extendeds as well. We have a lot of pick-a-card readings on this channel, so you can go back to any of these, and there's your extended as well if you want to. It's everything you need to know in the link down below. And I hope this was helpful to you, and I'm sending you lots of love, light, and shadow, and I'll see you next time we're over there. Bye, guys. Number 3, welcome to your selection. You have picked the moon and breakthrough. We're going to get right into your message, and what I got with that is your breakdown is so interesting, your message, and then I got a message. You might be surprised, you may be getting one as well. Okay, your breakdown is or was, depending on where you are in your journey, your breakthrough. You'll be laughing or have laughed about everything basically, because it is or was so crazy. When you're so tired and so worn out and everything is just crazy, then basically what happens sometimes is that we just start laughing. We just start laughing because it's like, you can't hold it, it's just too much and everything. And it's that point, and it's going to be that point for you too when you realize something, and you will be very surprised by what is coming up next for you. What they gave me is bliss, bliss, bliss. Deep trust and faith is established within you at that point already, and spirit is your provider, and you don't doubt that for 1 minute that they are. It doesn't matter what you find on the outside, like what's happening around you, because everything that happened on your journey prepared you for this very thing, for the knowledge and the deep trust that spirit is your provider. It doesn't matter if there's inflation going on the outside, or like in the material world, or if there's anything else going on, you'll be provided for, often in very miraculous ways. So be prepared for this to occur in your life. And I would like to read to your breakthrough here. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Exactly, the time is right. And with the moon, take note of intuitive messages. That's the next card that we're going to read for you. Hang on there. Here. Take note of intuitive messages. Use your intuition. Practice discernment. See through illusions and blockages. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. I was getting a whole lot of downloads as I was reading through your message right now. But it's so much, so you may be feeling the same way. You may be getting so much that it's kind of hard to discern which is which one is first, which is most important right now. There may be something in there. Yeah, I kind of feel confused in my head, which is interesting because it was very clear before. So some of you may have like a blockage in your head. Pile 3. For pile 3, please. Please show us what they need to know right now the most. Thank you. Oh, I feel very confused in my head. Some of you really need to ground your energy like through your feet, because I feel very like almost lightheaded in a way, but very much head-based at this time, which can happen when we fall prey to the beliefs, I want to say, that a certain thing is a certain thing when it really isn't, when really these whole things, this is a preparation to bring you to the place where you can trust completely. And you have to let go of a whole lot of things to be in that space. But I feel like, because the energy can get stuck in the head and you want to get it back down to the ground. Okay, so grounding is hugely important for some of you. Thank you for showing me. I no longer want to feel it. This was really, really strong, like head confusion. And you can also connect with the tree kingdom. They'll help you. Okay, your card is the sun card, so know that you're protected, know that you're guided, know that you'll come out on the other hand, just so you know. So it's not surprising that your breakdown is going to be your breakthrough, that this came through, because the way that I'm feeling is strong. So there's a strong discomfort on some level, right? And it's not surprising with this Aries new moon, because the energies are quite strong, I have to say. And the sun card is the phoenix rising. They have to burn down, like the rising from the ashes, literally. And it's also denoting to great success. You'll have success with that. And they're naked in the card. So it's like it's being stripped bare of everything that you don't need. This could be go down to all the way to like really losing everything, but not right now. What I mean to say is some of you may have lost everything like along this process, or had to lose a whole lot, but I'm getting to the point of everything. Like a complete breakdown, like rock bottom. But then watch what happens. This is really important. This is also something that can be very humbling experience. And here we have you depicted as the Queen of Swords. So she is someone that went through it, really went through it, had some negative quote unquote experiences, but she's taking those and turning them around into something else, into something that suits her. Any secrets that are coming to light are meant to be viewed under that kind of umbrella of, I'm using this to turn it around into something else. I'm using this as fuel for my journey. And anything that's adverse to who and what I'm standing for, they're going to fall away left and right. I just want to say that, or they recently fell away left and right, because you're so aligned, so centered with, and so clear. Again, we're coming back to clarity here with what it is that you want, what it is that you're standing for. That you're taking no more crap is what I'm getting with this also. It's like very outspoken. If you are not, be surprised by the person you can become through such challenging times. Because when we make it through situations like this, we're not the same person anymore. Like we change in a huge way. Yeah. And the Three of Pentacles, some of you may have even started therapy or started journaling. Some of you may have even written a book about, or will be writing a book about your experiences and what you have gone through in order to help other people, because it seems to be quite strong what you are currently going through or what you have gone through in the past. And my headspace is still kind of confused. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. We're starting off, I need 2 more, differently than the other 2 readings. We have younger energies here. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Cups. To some of you, you may have been involved in a third-party situation. And here is your new beginning. It's interesting, the layout, I'll post it too, but I think you can see it fairly well because it was different. It's like an arc that is being spanned over this reading by events that have happened in your life. Like I said, like an umbrella, because I use that term and I usually wouldn't necessarily use it in my daily, you know, using words. It's not really included in that sense. So younger energies, so this is another over here with the Page of Swords, and here Knight of Pentacles, this is you. So you could have been involved knowingly or unknowingly in a third-party situation here, but I'm getting a really immature, or you know, someone that still has to learn a lot energy that used to be in your life. I'm not feeling they are anymore, but this is something that really hurts you, some betrayal even that you went through here. But it really came from, it wasn't necessarily ill will, it's just coming from a place of really not knowing what they were doing, actually, is what I want to say here. Because they, you know, when it's almost like, and I don't want to take anything away from the situation and from this person. I just want to say you wouldn't be mad at a child if they did something that is not age appropriate, right? And it's kind of like in those realms. It's not to say you're not allowed to be angry or whatever it is that you're feeling over here with this person. It's totally, totally legit. I'm just saying at some point you're going to realize that, and this is in terms of the moon kind of an energy, right? It will be revealed to you. Whatever they did will be revealed, or it has been revealed to you already, and you're just dealing with it. And you'll come into the realization that they were just hugely immature. It had nothing to do with you, with who you represented, with who you were, or how you looked. Nothing to do with that at all. They're just hugely immature, and I don't feel they have grown very much at all. Now we're coming to you, to your side. So we're having two sides here. Interesting, because we didn't have any of this with the other two piles. So the Knight of Pentacles, this is you. This has caused you, okay, I get it. Knight of Pentacles is the card that describes a person, so you, that wears the armor underneath. So someone that isn't themselves in the first place. So this is also immature. Although more mature than the Page, the Knight still has some insecurity and some learning and some growing to do here. So this described you in the past, I want to say. Turning away from the situation, but it made you aware that you were still holding armor, that you were still, you hadn't grown to the place of the Queen of Swords here, or of the Queen in general. Because like I said, there was still some growth for you to do, but this person made you realize how freaking Jesus, because I'm so confused in my headspace, I'm having a hard time explaining what I'm trying to say here. So this situation may have been very, very confusing. Spirit, can you take away some of this? I can hardly do the reading because of the energies. Please let that go. Jesus. Some of you may have been really confused about the situation for the longest time. It may have even like caused you headache, but I feel strong. Oh God. Oh. And this is when the laughing comes in, because it's just so hugely ridiculous. Like this whole situation, what you went through, that you're just gonna have a good laugh about it at some point, or you had a good laugh about it, and it's just like, whatever, I'm just letting it go now, because it's just such bullshit, and I feel like I no longer want to deal with it, really. It's like it brought me a lot of confusion, this person did. You may have even been manipulated. Oh my God, this is gaslighting. Oh my God, this person may have even been gaslighting you, or may currently be. But I feel it's in the past. But who knows? It's a general reading. So somewhere along those lines, right? And that's how this feels, because then you don't trust yourself anymore when you're in those kind of an energies, when the whole reality is flipped upside down. but you're only attracting someone that is ultimately healing you, right? Because they're making you aware of that. You, for example, if you try to be a certain person just to fit in, then they were the ones to like enhance that, to amp that up for you and be like, oh yeah, you need to be this and that person for me, otherwise I'm not giving you anything, not love, not attention, you have to be this and that for me to accept you, for me to even like walk with you, share the same road with you. It's really strong. And for you to break out of this and be like, no, I don't want this, I'm going to go a different route here, like I'm trusting myself, I'm coming back to myself. That made you reveal something about yourself, made you see something within yourself, and started to undig. That started a whole process which may have involved therapy indeed. But there's a new beginning here that you started, like walking away from something that had been deteriorated completely. But this was a scary process for you, so you really, really went through it. Absolutely. Yeah, they want me to draw another card for you from the Angels and Ancestors deck before we take it over to the extended, because I don't want to leave you like this in case you don't want to come over to Patreon. Yeah, Sage. You have the Sage. Be committed and devoted. It's basically saying, yeah. And this goes right on the breakthrough. And I'm not supposed to read that card. It's just, you know, write down. First of all, it tells you, it's an acknowledgement from Spirit saying that they see how devoted you've been to your journey and to your own growth here, which is the Queen of Swords basically, and you're meant to write down. So we have again, oh man, you may even really write something. See that? They're both writing. So you have a huge talent in writing down and expressing yourself through writing. There's something hugely there. Some of you may have gone to a course. If you haven't, there's or if you're thinking about it currently, there's a strong yes from Spirit. And if you don't feel like you have the money, you will have the resources. Like I said, there's everything beyond it out. Miracles are going to happen to make that happen for you, okay? That course or whatever it is that has to do with writing here that you want to bring into your life, please bring it in, because it's going to be hugely beneficial for your whole process, okay? If you're thinking about writing a book, yes, please write that book, because it's important. You'll use this. Even if it's not that book that you publish, it's training for you for something that is yet to come into your life. I feel like a lot of abundance that's coming in, and my headspace is clearing a lot right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoop. Yay. Yes. And you're coming into yours, and you're coming into your power, into your strength here. This is what I see for you. This is magnificent, very magnificent, going from a very difficult place into something entirely different here. I love it. We'll take it over to Patreon. It's $11.11 a month. The link is down below if you wish to know more. We'll definitely pull more cards from the Shamanic Soul Oracle deck, from the Earth Warriors deck. I want to announce that I opened up the Fellow Seekers again, which is very, very exciting. It's going to happen on the 9th of April. You'll find it in the community section, everything that you need to know. I'll also attach a link down below in this comment section so you can check it out if you so wish. It's donation based, and it's going to happen on a Saturday the 9th of April. Find all the other information in the community section, please. And I'm offering private readings, and I'm also going to be opening my books for the higher guidance coaching calls again, which you'll also find down below. I'm very excited to do this because we will have a stable internet connection, and I'm hugely excited to be offering these again. Okay, my friends, I hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I'll either see you next time or over on Patreon. Bye, guys.